All right, well, we hope all of our Jewish viewers have an easy fast tomorrow for Yom Kippur. And when you can't stop thinking about food while fasting, think about breaking your fast and pre-ordering today with Zaidy's. The famous deli and bakery is back open in a new location. And Danny sat down with a few of the key players to find out more about their rise from the ashes.
I'll take your order. 2 Reubens? Gerard, thank you so much for having us at Zaidy's. This is amazing.
Thank you. Thanks for coming and doing this.
Yes, well, congratulations again on the reopen. How does it feel? I mean, you guys are packed. It's bustling for lunchtime.
You know, it's a tribute to the name Zaidy's, and there's so many people that became like friends for me and family, customers from all over, and it's being here makes me feel good that it meant something.
Yes, well, it did, and it still does. And being here makes me feel good. You know, growing up, coming to Zaidy's, this is something that I grew up in. A lot of the Jewish community and Denver community in general grew up coming to Zaidy's and are still enjoying it. I want to talk about your background a little bit with Zaidy's. Tell me how you got started. For the people in the Denver community that don't know you, tell us about yourself.
Well, I was in another business, but my mother was a great cook, my grandmother, my father, and I always loved the smell. And on Fridays before Shabbat in the neighborhood, you could smell everybody cooking. And so I decided that I was going to take a chance with that. And I told my mother, I'm going to open a restaurant. She said, "Are you crazy?" And I said, "No, it's a midlife correction."
Correction, I like it.
And that's how we got started. I love the Jewish food and the ambiance and the creativity.
Yes. Yeah, and so do we. So does it seem like everybody here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, you know, right now it's Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur time, really big, high holidays for the Jewish community. How have you guys seen a lot of the turnaround in terms of people coming and ordering your food?
A lot. For Rosh Hashanah, we did so many akalas and brisket and all these wonderful foods that evoke a new year, apple cakes and all of this. Yom Kippur will be as big because people break the fast, and we have great trays of fish and kugels and all of the kind of things that are traditional for Yom Kippur. So the holiday feels good in here because people want to buy it, come here, and be part of the whole celebration.
Well, that's a big thing too about Zaidy's. You know, a lot of people see a restaurant and they think, okay, you go, you eat, you leave, right? But it seems like Zaidy's has such a community. Tell me a little bit about, you know, the community that comes in, the people. Do you see regulars? I mean, what's the community like here?
Well, on our other restaurant, we had regulars. The waitresses would know what they wanted before they got there. They would know their orders. When we were growing up, there was a restaurant called Tiffin's, which was where everybody went after the movies and everything. And it was a community, and I said, if I ever have someplace like that, that's what I would like the feel to be. Yeah.
Everyone knows your order.
They know your order, they know you. Customers love to know the owner. They makes them feel important. You say hello. And so it's a whole number of things that creates a good feeling.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and I think one of the best parts too of you guys opening like this is it's kind of, you know, the Phoenix story. You guys are rising from the ashes, especially after COVID, and everything has been so difficult for so many restaurants. Tell me about the process for you guys going from, you know, having to shut down to now reopening, and how it feels. Well,
for me, it feels great. It was a little down when we closed because after 35 years there, it kind of hurt. But after Max called and just was so adamant, he said, "Gerard, we've got to open, and you are Zaidy's, and we want you." And it made me feel good. It made me feel like something resonated with the community, and I see it now. People I see, it's like family, and I love the whole thing about interaction.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
I think that's the last thing I want to ask you too is, right now, again, the restaurant is so busy. People are in here looking around at the restaurant and seeing all of these people in here and supporting you and loving Zaidy's, not just the food, but Zaidy's.
Right.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I just think that knowing that the name will be carried on and will have meaning for people. There's so many restaurants, icon restaurants, that have closed, and I think we're lucky that the name will be carried on, and it makes me feel like I did something right.
Yes. Well, I agree. Hey, l'chaim to Zaidy's. Of course.
And Danny, that looks so good. Zaidy's is now open for business in their new location. Place a catering order for your next big event or stop by for breakfast or lunch between 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. It's Holly and Leetsdale, or you can give them a call at 303-333-5336. And Mazel Tov, Zaidy's.